In political news, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has issued a show cause notice to party member Shia Afzal Marwat for violating the party's code of conduct. Marwat, previously removed from party committees, faces disciplinary action for irresponsible statements harming PTI's reputation. This move comes after Marwat's recent criticism of party figures and Saudi Arabia, leading to his notice, following previous controversies within the PTI. Marwat must respond within 3 days or face further consequences, as per party rules. Shifting gears to legal matters, an Islamabad Accountability Court has granted President Asif Ali Zardari immunity from criminal proceedings in 2 National Accountability Bureau cases. Under Section 248(2) of the Constitution, criminal proceedings against the sitting president have been halted since Zardari assumed office earlier this year. Zardari filed for immunity under Article 248, pausing cases related to the Thatta Water Supply Project and Park Lane. Allegations against Zardari include influencing authorities to secure loans for his front companies and misuse of funds. NAB prosecutors did not contest Zardari's petition, acknowledging his constitutional immunity. In sports news, Japan emerged victorious against Pakistan in the Sultan Aslan Shah Cup, securing a penalty shootout win after a drawn match in regular time. Despite Pakistan's initial lead, Japan staged a comeback, equalizing late in the game and ultimately winning the tiebreaker by converting all their penalties. The final, held in Ipoh, Malaysia, saw Pakistan competing after a 13-year hiatus. Japan's victory was sealed with a 3-1 win over Canada in the preceding match. In a closely contested final, Pakistan held New Zealand to a 1-1 draw, showcasing resilience and determination throughout the tournament. Coach Roland Holtmans acknowledged Japan's defensive prowess, emphasizing the need for strategic play in the final match. With the government and the nation rallying behind them, Pakistan's hockey team aimed for a triumphant outcome in the final showdown. In a recent development, Hamas's armed wing, the Qassam Brigades, confirmed that British-Israeli captive Nadav Popplewell died from injuries sustained in an Israeli airstrike a month ago. The announcement follows the release of an 11-second video showing Popplewell with a bruised eye. Popplewell, taken captive during a Hamas-led attack last October, was from the Nirim kibbutz in southern Israel. His mother was also taken captive but later released. Relatives of the captives, urging action from the Israeli government, accused Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of hindering their return. Despite calls for a deal, Netanyahu's government has yet to secure their release. The incident adds to the tensions amidst Israel's ongoing military campaign in Gaza, which has claimed thousands of lives and left tens of thousands wounded. In a significant escalation of its offensive, the Israeli military has expanded evacuation orders in eastern and central Rafah, displacing tens of thousands more Palestinians. An estimated 150,000 Palestinians have fled Rafah, with Israel claiming the figure to be around 300,000. The Israeli army issued evacuation orders via leaflets and phone calls, designating these areas as future military zones. This expansion has strained resources, with humanitarian workers lacking supplies to accommodate the influx of displaced people. Despite Israeli claims of providing a safe humanitarian zone, the reality in Al-Mawasi is dire, marked by shortages of food, water, and basic necessities. The UN has highlighted the urgent need for international support as humanitarian workers struggle to accommodate the influx of displaced people. Gaza's Ministry of Health said on Saturday that at least 34,971 people have been killed and 78,641 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7th. A significant solar storm has struck Earth's atmosphere, prompting warnings about potential disruptions to power grids and satellite communications. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration issued a rare solar storm warning, indicating the arrival of several coronal mass ejections earlier than expected. This extreme geomagnetic storm is the most powerful since 2003, with more solar activity anticipated in the coming days. Power plants and spacecraft operators have been advised to take precautions. The storm's magnetic fields can induce currents in power lines, risking blackouts, while spacecraft are vulnerable to radiation. High-frequency radio signals may also experience disruptions. The solar outburst originates from a massive sunspot cluster, posing potential impacts on various species and technologies, reminiscent of the historic Carrington event of 1859.